What's up, everybody? It's your guy, William. We're here with Kicking with William. Today, we're going to have lasagna. And then we're going to do another one, but a mixture of something Italian and black. That's going to be a completely separate video uploaded after the lasagna video. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually to take this phone off of here and I'm going to show you what I'm using. Like I said, everything that I do, that I record, put out there is really made to be simple, easy, relatively inexpensive. So anybody can watch this video. It might take a couple of times watching it or whatever, but you can make anything that I make. So here are the ingredients that I'm using right here. Okay, so cheese, mozzarella, got cheddar jack right there, and forget what that is, but it's grated cheese. We're going to go ahead and use that. Got ricotta there, some eggs, marinara, salt and pepper. It's going to be, of course, to taste. We've got lasagna noodles. Instead of doing everything fresh, like I said, everything's really made to be pretty simple. We're going to do, just got a little Italian seasoning instead of all the separate herbs and everything. So these are the ingredients that I'm using for this lasagna. Now, the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do some prep work. I'm going to brown the ground beef. So basically just going to cook the ground beef. So I'll show you that once it gets done. I'm just going to actually do it in a pot instead of a skillet. Do all the prep work in one pot. So I'm going to brown the ground beef, and then I'm going to come back and we'll show you, we'll put together the inside as far as the layering and everything goes, okay? So, be right back. All right, so what we're going to do first is actually, I'm going to brown the ground beef, so I'm going to cook the ground beef. It's actually got quite a bit more. I'm going to do a couple videos, and I've got some of the dishes that I have. Clean up a little bit easier. Just got some of these little aluminum pans, so it's going to end up being 4 of these as far as what gets filled with both the lasagna and the other dish that I'm making. So if you wonder why there's so much ground beef right there, because that's quite a bit of beef, but it is multiple dishes or containers that I'm making. So have leftovers for a few days, which is all good when it's something like a lasagna, or the Black and Eddie is what I call it. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to brown the ground beef first. Feel like it's super quiet in here. I need some music or something, but I don't really want to have the video flagged for copyright or anything silly like that. So I might actually just turn on the TV, let it run in the background. That's Himalayan sea salt and peppercorns right there. Not using that today. I got regular good old cheap salt that I'm using for this. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. That's all right. Like I said, we got, it's just me as far as my household goes, but got a lot of family, and they will be more than happy to partake in the festivities, the meals. So, we're going to put that in the trash. Make sure to clean up on the as we go around. So I said I'm just going to brown this right here. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. And actually have another pound just in case. I don't think I'm going to need it, so I'm going to put that in there and use that for tacos or nachos or something at some other point. So, we're going to brown the ground beef. And then I'm going to get the inside, get all the filling, the layers prepped. And from there, it's going to be cooking the noodles. With noodles, they do have the no bake or whatever they're called noodles, the ones where you don't actually have to boil first. There's a texture difference in those to me anyways. I don't care for them. So I always get the regular ones. I'd much rather throw them in a pot of boiling water, which is what I'm going to do with these. And, do it the old school way. Just boiling water, a little bit of salt, put them out there, layer them. Put in your filling, your cheese, layer, cheese, filling, whatever, however deep it goes. But if you want to get even simpler, then you can, let's say, get those no cook or no boil or whatever they are, noodles, and just put them on the bottom of your pan. If you do that, I would probably suggest that you get something as far as your sauce, whether it's spaghetti sauce, marinara, whatever it is, that's got a little bit more liquid to it because, of course, it's going to soak up that liquid. I'm a texture guy. I like a little bit thicker, cheesier. So I don't want that. I'm doing the old school way. Noodles are cooked all the way. From there, it's really, everything's cooked. It's really just doing the cheese, melting the cheese, getting it warm throughout, and boom, it's all done. Quick, simple, easy. And like I said, this whole thing probably cost, I don't know, probably $40 for the meal, and it's enough to serve. It's going to end up being enough to serve at least 10 to 15, maybe 20 people. Like I said, I've got 4 containers here. I'm going to have 2 or 3 for lasagna and 1 for my Black and Eddie. Is what I'm calling it. The dish that shall not be named, or the dish with no name as it is. So I'll come back in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get the ground beef done, and then we're going to go to next step. Okay, so the ground beef is browned. I've actually got some water over here. It's not boiling just yet, but as soon as it boils, I'm going to go ahead and put the noodles in there so they can get to cooking.
I don't know what y'all was thinking when y'all put those cauliflower like awesome in here.
Got a bowl for the ricotta. Normally, your normal servings, only one of these is necessary. This will make one like dish as far as lasagna goes. Like I said, I'm making a lot. So I've got two of these. I've got eggs that go in there also. Just one egg per container is all I use. And then, of course, the cheese. I'm actually going to do that here in a minute. I got some of that Italian seasoning that I put inside the bowl. So, we're going to get that going in just a second also. So basically what I'm going to do, the ricotta. I'm going to take the ricotta, put that in there, miss some plastic, there it goes. I'm going to get the other one. I did turn on the TV because it was a little bit quiet. So, turned on the TV, it had a little bit of noise in the background. Got the other one here. So, both of those are in there. We're going to go ahead and, I generally try to clean up as I go along. Put this in the trash. And like I said, there's salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to take a little bit of pepper in there. A little bit of salt in there. Eggs. One of the U.S. military's top-tier intelligence in there. Interestingly, the UAV identified the airborne target before ground-based. And so I was moving too quick. So let's let this thing follow me. Been trying to move a little bit slower so I don't have to deal with it losing me. So it was a reconnaissance variant of the Su-24, developed in the 1970s in the Soviet Union. Second egg. It was equipped with a range of advanced intelligence gathering systems, including reconnaissance radar, electro-optical. A little bit of a shell right there. Get that out of there. Enabling it to perform both photographic reconnaissance and we got two. Thought I had a paper towel over here. I need to grab my towel. Stop wasting the paper towels. So what happens next? Will this encounter escalate into a serious diplomatic incident? So I'm going to take that right there. I'm just going to mix this up real quick. By mix up, I mean just going to stir it up. So I said this is going to be part of the inside. This is just ricotta cheese, that Italian seasoning, the Italian seasoning that I had, salt, pepper. I'm going to add some of this shredded cheese to this also. Gathering a fraction of intelligence would be a significant victory for the adversary. In particular, the radar system of the USS Mount Wayne. This is going to be used for the layers. However, but the Su-24 pilot did not anticipate. All right, and I did turn on the TV for a little bit of background noise. So, a little bit of cheese in there. A little bit of cheese in there. You said a little bit? Yeah, this is a little bit to me. I'm not sure if you watched that macaroni and cheese video, but if you did, you know that I like cheesy. And I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella because I'm not 100% sure what this is, but just in case it's not mozzarella and it's Monterey Jack or something like that, I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella to this right here. And like I said, we're just going to stir that in there. Cheesy. And of course, along with that, we're going to add more cheese when we actually make the layers. So, this right here is for the lasagna.
Not wanting to escalate the conflict, Air Force Command decided to continue escorting the C-24M from a safe distance. As the mission concluded,
And we're going to check the water, see if it's boiling. Pretty close. I did add a little bit of salt to that water. It's almost there. Not there just yet. What I am going to do, I'm going to take my marinara. I'm going to put it inside of the pot with the ground beef. I mean, you can use marinara, you can use spaghetti sauce. You can do it homemade for all you want, for all that matters. Completely up to you. Once again, I use a marinara just because it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit of a more unique taste. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it is closer to what is actually used in lasagna anyways.
the number of aerial encounters is increasing, and without a political solution,
Nobody saw that.
the situation could escalate at any moment, both literally and figuratively. America's allies, from the Pacific and the Baltic Sea, are facing increasingly direct confrontations. This C-24M incident could be the final straw, forcing NATO to send a strong message on any provocative action.
So,
What do you think about this event?
the cheese layer, the ricotta cheese layer, is made. Like I said, that's the ricotta cheese, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, the mozzarella cheese, some cheddar jack, and like I said, I had some cheese in there that needed to be used. I'm not 100% sure if it's Monterey Jack or mozzarella, but I put that in there just so it can get used and doesn't go bad. So we're going to put some more of that on the actual lasagna. So it's going to sit right there. Now, as far as the ground beef goes, I'm going to go ahead and stir it up because I just put it in the marinara. I did have sausage also, but I made jambalaya the other day, a couple days ago, and I used up all the sausage for the jambalaya. And I really just didn't feel like stopping by the store and grabbing some more sausage to go in this. So ground beef it is. You know, that is what it is. I'm just going to stir this up, get it all mixed up. And I said, this is quite a bit of meat. And it's mainly because I'm using it for both the lasagna and The blackanetti is what I'm calling it for now. I really don't have a name for it. It's just something that I'm gonna throw together and see how it tastes. So that'll be in a following video, but I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna make it today. So I'm just calling it blackanetti for right now, just because I don't really have a name for it, and it is what it is. So the ground beef mixture is right here. Like I said, it's just got the marinara inside of it, and it has the ground beef. I did put some of the Italian seasoning in there also. Theme of the day, I haven't put any salt or pepper, any of that stuff in there. Like I said, that'll go in the other layers, and that'll be what it is. I see the water's boiling now for the noodles, and you can use whatever noodles that you want. I just happen to be partial to the Barilla, so that's what I have. And I'm going to put them in different rows. Just so I'm not going to put them all in there. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's 2 rows. And I'm going to put 4 more in there just in case. There's that. That will make enough for 3 layers, just in case, as far as the actual noodles go. And like I said, as far as lasagna goes, that's all your prep work. The ground beef is done. I just browned it, drained out all the oil. That was the 85-15 as far as the, if you want to know which ground beef that I used. You can use whatever you're comfortable with, whatever's best economically for you. I used the 85-15. It is drained. I did drain it off. Poured in the marinara. Noodles are in here cooking.
400 bombers, 475 transport aircraft.
I've got the filling right here, the ricotta. That's just the egg, cheese, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. And I'm going to come back in just a minute when I'm getting ready to put everything together.
Do you think these actions, it could have become a game changer in air combat?
Okay, so the ground beef is ready. I've got one of the aluminum pans here. Just lined it up with some of the spaghetti sauce with a marinara. And the noodles are almost done. So I'm just going to take out some. I'm going to line the bottom of the dish with the noodles. Normally, but it really just depends on how I feel. You can drain them first or take them directly out of there. I'm going to take them directly out of here. And I'm just going to line the bottom of the pan with the noodles. And I'm actually, I said they're not all the way done 100%, but they're most of the way. So, it's basically want to cover the entire one. I'm overlapping each noodle so it covers the entire bottom. And with these dishes, it's looking like 4 noodles will get that job done.
tests. Both teams poured their heart and soul into proving they were the best choice for the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah. So, 4 noodles will get the job done. As far as that goes, and then from there, as far as lasagna goes, it's all about the layering. So, I'm going to go ahead and layer. I'm going to put this a little bit closer.
Similarly sized weapon bays. They can carry 4 long-range AIM-120 missiles with plans to integrate short-range missiles and cannons in the production version.
Some of that on there. Like I said, I like meat. And looks like the big old chunks of tomatoes are in here. And like I said, I had sausage. And actually had some bell peppers and all that prep, but made jambalaya a couple of nights ago, and I used up that stuff, and I didn't want to go to the store. So I'm making do with what I have, and that's it. First layer is done. I'm just going to throw some cheese on top of that. By first layer done, I mean it's first layer meat. So we'll go ahead and
which allow for horizontal thrust control and extraordinary maneuverability, completely won over the evaluators. Who could blame them? At that time, dogfights were often decided by fighter jets dancing around the world.
Spread that on there.
The Air Force's obsession with maneuverability can be understood as a response to extraordinary close-range dogfights, where piloting skills and the ability to perform complex maneuvers ultimately determine the outcome. Equipping the F-22 with thrust-vectoring engines was a significant technological leap, but it also reflected a certain conservatism in strategic thinking, as the Air Force continued to prioritize agility over other factors like stealth and long-range capability.
And there's going to be 2 of these.
The evaluators' bias might have stemmed from their familiarity with traditional dogfights and a lack of full appreciation
So
of the potential of modern
it doesn't have to be over the entire thing, but
while maneuverability wasn't its top priority, the aircraft was still remarkable.
most of it. And I'm going to go ahead and take grab some noodles, put another layer, and depending on where that ends up being as far as thickness goes, I may do a second layer. Depends on how it ends up. So let's get the second layer done.
And even higher angles of attack was a missed opportunity, revealing the evaluator's preference for familiar attributes over exploring the potential of groundbreaking innovations. The U.S. Air Force's evaluation may have been influenced by traditional criteria, failing to fully recognize the YF-23's potential. Unfortunately, the YF-23 was only tested at
And same thing, we're going to layer them, or lay them right next to each other as far as the noodles go, with a little bit of overlap.
However, the YF-23 excelled in other areas, proving that it was far more than just a fast fighter jet. Its supercruise capability, achieving and maintaining supersonic speed without afterburners, allowed it to sustain higher speeds for longer periods than the F-22. The ability to maintain supersonic speeds without afterburners not only saved fuel, but also enhanced its stealth by minimizing.
Yeah, I may do a third layer on this. Why? Because we can.
Extended range reflected a shift in design philosophy, emphasizing not only durability, but also the ability to perform long range.
Yeah. We can go. We can double this one up. Double it up.
True ghost in the sky, capable of safer operations modern combat environments. So, if modern warfare places greater emphasis on stealth and extended range over aerobatic prowess, the YF-23
And
brighter star.
so one of these,
Change the way you
it's going to be a meal
share your thoughts with Navy Power.
in and of itself. There's enough here. You don't need no other meats or any of that stuff. One serving of this is going to get you done, ready for a nap. So don't be fooled.
Consider the numbers. The F-22 has a range of 1,850
Because this is a meal.
So why wasn't the YF-23 such a significant advantage chosen? Perhaps if another pilot had flown the YF-23 during testing,
Man,
it might have been different.
if I could tell you right, matter of fact,
Generation fighter jet to serve in the military instead of the F-22.
I'm going to put the cheese on first.
Is not just a statistic. It reflects a difference in strategy. The YF-23's extended range highlights its focus on long-distance strike and reconnaissance missions, whereas the F-22 was designed primarily for close-range air power. The decision to reject the YF-23 may have been influenced by non-technical factors, such as Lockheed.
Now, what I just realized
The evaluation process may also have been affected by
is one,
piloting styles of test pilots.
I haven't really eaten all day.
Selection process. Looking back now, the U.S. Air Force
I'm just spreading this out a little bit.
seems like a step. In the context of modern warfare, which increasingly prioritizes stealth
And I'm hoping that this don't boil over too much. The thing I forgot to do with that first layer, put some shredded cheese on there. So I ain't going to forget it on this second layer.
for its next generation fighter jet project. What do you think? If the YF-23 were resurrected could it redefine air warfare in the 21st century? It's no secret that leading global powers such as the US, Russia, and China are pouring billions into develop a sixth-generation fighter jet.
Where's this? That's the only one we're going to put on that layer. No, it's not. I lied. It's because I already told you I like cheese. And I know I need to put another layer on top of this. As far as the noodles go.
Air superiority. Japan's participation in this race signals a shift in its military strategy.
I actually don't have to. I just, I want to.
Using the YF-23 as a foundation showcases both innovation and long-term vision, potentially giving Japan an edge over its rivals. The aircraft will undergo comprehensive upgrades to meet the
So, throw some mozzarella on there. I'm looking at it. And no, we ain't putting another layer of noodles on there because it just ain't gonna fit. So that's the first one. I'm gonna move this out the way. So I've got the other thing. I'm just going to set it off to the side right now because 3:15. I got to pick up my niece here in about an hour and a half. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 375 or so. We'll do the top oven. And we're going to put this in the middle, top. Bake.
If successful, this
375.
maneuverability during
Start.
a hallmark of the
Turn that light on.
Russia's Su-30.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and
Focus is on optimizing this capability.
get the second one prepared.
Aerial combat strategies, where agility is no longer the sole determining factor.
So another one. All right. So what I'm going to do, I've got the oven preheating. So what I'm going to do, this is the second one. I'm going to go ahead and line the bottom of this dish with these other 4 noodles that I have in there. And then I'm going to make another thing of noodles for this second one.
Allied forces significantly amplifies overall strength and interoperability. Creating
Get it out of there.
air forces that operate more effectively in complex combat environments, where communication and synchronization are critical.
And like I said, with a little bit of overlap,
And can leverage advanced technology and lessons from a wide to emerge as a leader in the race for 6th-generation fighter jets. The FX become a formidable contender against the world's air power giants. Share your thoughts with Navy Power. Thanks to its large size and spacious internal bays, the FX can carry up to 6 weapons internally, a number that may seem modest, but represents a significant breakthrough in fighter jet design. In addition to traditional kinetic weapons, the FX is equipped with an advanced microwave weapon, similar to directed energy laser weapons, capable of jamming incoming missiles. This weapon is powered by the aircraft's integrated AESA radar, which utilizes high-efficiency electron tube amplifiers, offering exceptional defensive capabilities. Integrating directed energy weapons like microwave systems marks a revolutionary step in military.
all right. So 4 layers, or rather 4 noodles there. It's going to be the bottom layer.
This could reshape the landscape of modern warfare, where missile and aircraft attacks are becoming increasingly prevalent. The inclusion of active electronically scanned array
A little bit of overlay
enables the FX to detect and track
between each
simultaneously,
noodle.
precisely controlled directed energy weapons.
And I have to do some more noodles. So I'm going to get that back to boiling.
Such as interference with civilians.
And actually, since it's sitting here, we're going to go ahead and do this first layer.
Missiles and aircraft. This innovative approach combines stealth, advanced weaponry, and cutting-edge defensive technologies, positions the FX as a potential game changer in aerial combat. Could this next-generation fighter jet redefine the dynamics of air warfare? Share your perspective with Navy Power. But that's not all. The FX will also be supported by a fleet of drones, described as its loyal wingmen.
And once again, same thing. There is enough meat on these to make an entire meal. You don't have to do let's add chicken or have chicken or all that. No, I'll say that for the next meal. Because this is meat.
Not only strengthen Japan's defense industry, but also transform the nation's overall defense strategy. With this enhanced capability,
And of course, cheese.
missile tests and provocations near Japanese territory will not be tolerated. What do you think? Will the FX and its advanced weapons be enough to deter threats against Japan?
Look at that. Look at that. I can't do the next, see, almost forgot again. We ain't gonna forget though. We're gonna add some cheese to this. Hey.
The most advanced technology compete for global dominance.
All right, all right. Some cheddar jack right here. We'll put that in there. Why? Because we like cheese, that's why. And I think this is going to be the same thing with just 2 layers. So, we'll do mozzarella. Woohoo! Man, I ain't even put it in the oven yet. All right, all right. So, I'm actually just getting the water back to boiling. Put 4 more noodles inside there just for the top of the next layer. And then it just needs to go in the oven. And that'll be it as far as lasagna goes. It's going to be all set. And we're going to get to the next thing. The Black and Eddie. How do you say that? Black and Eddie. What is that? Black spaghetti. Ah! Black Italian spaghetti. I don't know. Black and Eddie is what I'm calling it. Tell you what. We'll actually get to that on the next video when we're making that. I just came up with an idea for a name on that. Okay? So I'm going to hit pause on this because actually it looks like the water is, we'll throw a little bit of salt in there actually. A little bit of salt in there. I'm going to 4 more noodles in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more in there. What are the chances that these 4 noodles will ever be used? Slim to none. If I don't use them right now. We're going to probably double up on this last layer. Just so I ain't got an open box of lasagna noodles sitting around. Put that in the recycle. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to get these noodles done. We're going to make this second layer. Like I said, I'm going to double up on the noodles because, there's 4 random noodles left inside the box, and I don't want an open box of lasagna noodles that are going to sit there for who knows how long. So we're going to double up on that last layer, work something out with it. And then throw them in the oven. Oven's preheating right now to 375, and I'll be right back. All right, so the noodles are almost done. We're going to go ahead and create that next layer.
Or will China continue to improve, close the gap? Share your thoughts.
So we're going to go ahead and create that next layer.
Superiorities on certain technology and superior capabilities.
Generally, as far as lasagna goes, you've got multiple layers. I guess it really just depends on how you like yours or do yours. Some people will layer theirs meat, then noodles, then cheese, then noodles, and then meat, and then noodles, and like that. Or me, it just depends on how I feel, really. As far as how I cook, everything is how I feel. So might want it one way today, might want it another way tomorrow. As is life. So, like I said, I've got these 4 extra noodles right now. So what we're going to do right now, I did noodles, the meat mixture, cheese. I'm going to do noodles, meat mixture, and then I'm going to use these last 4 things of noodles to make an additional layer. Put cheese on top of that. So, not going to put a whole lot of meat on this top layer. But enough to cover it up, because there's a lot of meat in this thing already.
This ensures that the U.S. or forward always maintains an advantage in maritime conflicts areas, especially areas outside the South China Sea, where Fujian's operational range is limited. The competition between maritime forward and Fujian not only reflects differences in military hardware, but also represents a comparison between 2 strategic positions.
So, layer of meat, and then I'm going to take these last 4 and make another layer. One last layer.
Is just the beginning of a new era in naval warfare where technology, combat capabilities,
and this last layer is going to have just sauce and cheese. That's it.
China may improve and develop its aircraft carriers, but the road ahead remains long, and the gap between these 2 powers is still vast.
There's Congo out there telling me he's ready to come in. Apparently he's used the bathroom and he's done. He's going to have to wait.
May not yet pose a significant maritime threat to Iran. But time to change.
Yeah, he's still going to have to wait. All right, let me go let Congo in because he's barking from the backyard. So.
Measuring 225 feet
there you go. He is in. No barking, Congo.
What lies beneath that cold steel exterior? The secrets of the INS Dreadnought.
Okay, so for this last layer, it's got some spaghetti sauce. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top of this.
Special operations in the Mediterranean. This submarine dominates the seas with its cutting-edge technology. It marks Israel's strategic lead in strengthening its maritime presence. The INS Dreadnought, the latest jewel in the Israeli Navy's Dolphin II-class submarine, was officially unveiled in Kiel, Germany on November 12, 2024. Optimized for strategic missions, the INS Dreadnought is equipped with advanced combat systems, exceptional design capabilities, and state-of-the-art military weapons.
Go ahead and wash my hands. Spread that around.
The submarine is expected to be delivered and integrated into the Israeli Navy by 2025, further solidifying Israel's strategic position in the region. Currently, Israel has a total of 6 submarines, including 3 Dolphin I-class submarines and 3 more advanced Dolphin II-class submarines.
I'm just going to spread that around a little bit and then throw a layer of cheese on top of this. And then I'm going to throw these 2 dishes inside of the oven. So
What advantages does the AIP system bring? It's a revolutionary
I'm going to
AIP allows submarines to operate underwater for extended periods at higher speed and less flexible ranges without the need to service frequently.
a little bit of cheese on top. By a little bit, I mean probably a little bit to my standards.
Heavily invested in by major powers like the United States, Russia, China, and Germany. China recently
We'll save a little bit for that next dish. We got this cheddar jack combo mixture. We're going to put some of that on there also. Like, William, what's up with all that cheese? We like cheese. What can I say?
Additionally, the system reduces noise, making the submarine virtually invisible.
All right.
984 feet. The compact design, the Hammer 1650 has become a silent nightmare for any fleet air.
Okay, and some mozzarella. All right.
The standout feature of this Dragon is its formidable firepower. The INS Dragon.
Now, I said this does have quite a bit of cheese in it. It's here at my time, the day I'm recording this, it's about 3:45. So I'm going to toss this along with the other one. Congo over there sneezing. I don't know what he got into. He knows not to come into the kitchen. He's a good dog. Mylar balloons freak him out a little bit. You can watch that video somewhere on there. It's in this group of videos somewhere, but yeah, you don't like Mylar balloons too much. Okay, so I'm going to put the lasagna in the oven. They said it's 345, 45 minutes to an hour or so, roughly. Let me, actually, I'm going to take this off of here. Spin this around so you can what it looks like, finished product. By finished is before it actually goes into the oven. And this is the other one right here. So we're about to put those 2 in the oven. 45 minutes to an hour. It's on 375. It's already preheated. So we'll be back once I take them out.